Hey guys, what's going on? So welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to do another houseplant haul update for all of you plant nerds out there, like myself obviously. And the last plant haul I did was actually probably around the Christmas time, where I picked up a lot of the holiday type of plants. And now that it's spring here in Toronto, it just means that there's a lot of new plants that's coming out in your local stores or garden centers. And obviously I can't help myself. Whenever I walk through a store or head out, I do always got to make a stop and see what else I can add to the family. So with that said, let's get this started. I am going to start with a plant that I've been actually looking for all year long last year, and I couldn't find it, and that's because I think they typically only come out during the spring season, and in particular leading up to St. Patrick's Day weekend. You guys know what that plant is. It is the ta-da! The Oxalis Triagularis, also known as the Shamrocks. That's because they do have that clover leaf type of look, and these are beautiful plants, and they thrive like a beast in the right conditions, especially during its growing season, which is around now. And they do produce these beautiful flowers. They come in this purple shade or the green one that has the white flowers, and there's actually a third one that's mostly green, but in the center of it has a bit of the purple shade. I think those ones are called the Iron Cross Shamrocks. I'm not too sure, but I was so happy when I found these at my local grocery store because again, I've been looking for them. And the cool thing about these plants, if you guys are familiar with them, is that their leaves close down in the evening and they go back up during the daytime. So they do have that that kind of a butterfly effect, especially if you do like a time-lapse video, which I might do sometime in the future. But I was so happy to have these, and they're right now obviously in their growing season, so there's a lot of new leaves growing, and I think what I'm gonna do when it does get warmer outside is I'm gonna actually bring these guys out. I'm gonna put them in a bigger pot, and I want to see how well they grow. But very happy. And if you guys don't have one, I suggest you add these to your collection. They do typically like to obviously be in the sun a lot. They're moist, right? Their soil typically during its growing season do need to be watered more frequently, but I think they can definitely stand a bit more the drier side. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go through the experience and see how well I can make this guy thrive. But you guys will typically find this in your local stores right now, so be sure to obviously pick one up if you don't have one already in your collection. So the next two plants I'm going to show you guys I got actually at Walmart, and this one in particular really caught my eye because of the way he looked in terms of his leaves were very different, anything from what I've seen. It kind of gave me that alien vibe, so I had to get him, and his name is, ta-da! This guy is known as the Moon Valley Friendship Plant, and look at his leaves. It's pretty raised, so if you can see it like that, look how it has this raised leaves, and kind of feels, I mean, it's rough, but it's really interesting. His back is nice and a little bit more softer and smoother, but this, because of his leaves are raised almost like bumps, see on the side there, it looked really cool to me, and I had to get him. He is from Peru. He does enjoy low light and obviously the soil, just water when it's dry. But his full name's actually Pilea involucrata. So it is from the Pilea family, also known as the Moon Valley Friendship Plant. And because this guy's probably very unique and rare for a lot of houseplant collectors, I actually don't see much video or information about this particular plant. So I'm very curious to see if you guys have this plant at home, and if you do, what are your care tips of this particular plant. But for now, I think, I do think he's getting a little bit too much light because I'm seeing some leaves having a bit of burnt, so I might have to move him back away from the window a bit more in order for this guy to thrive. But I'm very excited about him. Again, look how uniquely different this guy looks from all the other plants that I do have. The leaves are very interesting, and I'm so glad I found him. But again, if you guys do know more information about this guy, let me know. comment below and share with the community on what you know about this Moon Valley friendship plant. We'll just call him another Pilea. I also got this other plant because I don't know what attracted me with this plant. I think it's because the leaves reminded me of my purple sword alocasia with the purple back and the green front, but a very, very tiny version of it and quite bushy. It is the, ta-da! So this guy is known as the, hold on. I found this tag. This guy is known as the dragon's tongue. Full scientific name is the Hemigraphis reponda. He's from Malaysia, so similar to the Pilea I got, not many information about this particular plant online, other than you know that he likes medium light and you know, water with when the soil is dry. But again, he reminds me of, see if you guys can spot what I mean. See, he has that purple back with the front having the green shade. Really reminds me of my purple sword, but this guy I think thrives like a bush. Well, obviously, because he looks like a bush. But yeah, I'm curious to see how well he's gonna grow. If you guys are familiar with this plant or know more information about him, again, comment below and let me know, because I'm curious to see how this guy's going to look. So I'm definitely going to repot him, put him out a bit more outside. Even though he likes medium light, I think this guy will do well. Again, he's from Malaysia, so I assume he can handle a bit of the humidity and a bit of the sun. So the next plant I got is actually from Plant World. Plant World is just a big garden center here in Toronto, but they got pretty exotic looking plants all the time, and it's always worth it for me to take a drive up there, even though it's a bit far for me. But I found this guy, and he is a Peperomia. So I've actually never owned a Peperomia, and this particular one, I think it's an uncommon Peperomia, but look at the back of his leaves is like this orange burgundy color, and has a bit of texture in the front, and he grows these weird looking tentacle-like flowers, I think. So that's kind of what attracted me about this plant. Again, very unique, very different, but not as much information online about this particular Peperomia. If you guys are familiar with it, again, please help me out here and let me know care tips for this guy, because this one didn't come with a tag. So I've been looking online to see if he likes medium light, low light, direct light, indirect sunlight, and whatnot. So I don't really know, but I think when it comes to not knowing information about the plants, just keep it to the basic things, which is a lot of sunlight, but not direct sunlight, and water when the soil is dry. You know, I think you can't do wrong when with any plant when you do give kind of the basic care for them. The next plant I got is actually really interesting because I've seen this plant numerous times. It is probably one of the most common houseplant ever because it is one of the easiest ones to take care of. It is the, ta-da, the ZZ plant. So this guy I got at IKEA, and I picked them up because A, you know what, I don't have a ZZ plant. B, they are one of the easiest plants to take care of. And C, they just look really cool, especially if you can find this particular, I was happy to find the shape where he had one big long stem and, you know, a medium one here and then a few small ones, so it gave a really cool look. And this guy can actually grow pretty big as well, so I'm excited for him. You know, I'm not going to go into too much information and detail about the ZZ plant because, again, there's so much information about this guy and so much content about him online because he is a beauty and a joy to have in the home. So the other plant I got is also one from Plant World, and you know, I've been looking for this particular plant since probably I was a kid, and my fascination for this plant is obviously like most people's fascination is because they're not a typical plant that just needs sunlight and water and soil. This particular plant needs meat, and in particular flies. So you guys obviously know what it is. It is the, ta-da, the Venus flytrap. So he's a tiny little guy, and this particular plant, I'm gonna give you guys a much more closer look. There he is, you see him now. Is obviously an interesting one, you know. It's rare to find this plant, and that's because I think they are very difficult to take care of. They have a specific condition for them to thrive, but I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can give him that condition to obviously, you know, grow into a big, strong guy here. But, you know, they do need their soil always moist and in a lot of sunlight and quite dry or humid. I do need to do a bit more research to see how I can keep this guy alive, but I'm excited. I got him, and he obviously the Venus flytrap, known to eat flies, hence the name. But yeah, I got him at Plant World as well too, so excited about him. And I think the last plant I did pick up, I'm just trying to look around to see if I haven't introduced or if I'm missing someone. So the last plant I do want to introduce you guys to is one I have been looking for a while now, and it took me a while to find the right one because I was looking for the particular size for it, but it is the Fiddle Fig, and you guys know it is one of the most popular houseplant there is today, and I actually got this guy at Plant World. I'm gonna move the camera around so you guys can see this particular plant. Ta-da! So this is my Fiddle Fig tree. He's maybe about 3.5 feet tall, and I didn't go for the bush style. I actually went for the tree look already. So he's full at the top, and obviously his bottom part that you guys see right now that I'm going to show you is obviously there to, you know, to obviously give that tree look. So very, very happy about this. The only thing I'm a little bit sad about this guy is, I'm actually going to show you guys, is he does have a lot of, like, you know, kind of like damaged leaves. So I'm not sure, you know, this was the best one out of the bunch I looked at. So I'm hoping he's not, you know, he's healthy. But yeah, so I'm excited. Very, very excited about this guy. But here, let me show you guys how big he is. Back up. So there he is. I put him in this big pot I got at IKEA, and actually put the Shamrocks in there to kind of give that cool look. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about this Fiddle Fig. And you know, I was actually in Puerto Vallarta. So I was actually in Puerto Vallarta last week, and there was a lot of Fiddle Fig trees everywhere, and I just so inspired by it that I had to also make sure. I mean, I've been wanting one before I went there, but when I went there and I saw them, I knew I had to have one in the home, so I'm very excited for him. So that's it for now, guys. That is my houseplant haul so far of 2018. And like I said, I'm very excited for the spring and summer to get here. Well, spring's here, summer, obviously a couple more months. That's because some of these plants will be going outside, and that way they can thrive and grow like they're meant to. But I'm probably going to do another houseplant tour soon because I moved a few things around, and I do want to kind of give you guys an idea where some of these plants are sitting and located right now, as well as ask you guys a few ideas and a few suggestions that you may have on where I should have these plants, because to be quite honest, I'm actually running out of room. A friend of mine actually house sat the other day while I was away, and he pretty much says that my place is a jungle, which I don't mind. I actually like that, but I do want to make sure that you know, it's cool to have plants in your home, but also make sure that they're put in the right location so that they will thrive. But also, I do want to make sure that my place doesn't look cluttered, because you know, it's still a place that I live, and you know, I don't really care about me here as long as all my plants are happy and healthy. That's all that matters, so don't worry about that. But yeah, if you guys want to see a houseplant tour, comment below, let me know. And other than that, I will see you guys soon. Peace.